Right. Hey, how you doing? My name is Cheryl. This is Coding with Strangers, and I want to talk about something. It is no secret that AI is slowly but surely ruining everybody's in the technical digital world, and it's really starting to beg the question: what, if anything, will AI not do for us? It's going to become our friend, our companion, our boyfriends, our girlfriends. It's going to be our butler. It's going to be our translator, our accountant. It's literally going to do everything for us. And entertaining us is not beyond the realm of possibility. As we've quickly found out, OpenAI to meet with Hollywood studio and talent agencies on Sora integration. Now, for all y'all that are in the know, um, a few months ago, about at least as long as 3 to 4 months, the studios went on strike, preferably the actors and the writers, because of this being a major thing that's going on. They didn't want AI being integrated into their workflow. And I think this has to be sort of like a line drawn in the sand. I am not interested at all. And you guys probably get this all the time. You're probably getting the AI voices, the AI art, literally as shorts. This is not a form of content. It's not interesting. It's boring. It's effortless. It's is it makes my balls itch. It makes my balls itch. It's bad. It's bad shit. And every time I think about like this artwork, like I did this shirt for Akira Toriyama's passing, right? And then to see someone on the internet posting dog water AI artwork to represent the artist is crazy. If I die and you want to remember me, please do not put me in it. Anyone that puts me in AI, know I didn't like them. And Kurt, you have every right to dog walk them in the comment section. Bully them until their existence knows better. But in the grand scheme of things, why am I worried about Hollywood doing this? Because we understand innately as creators that the small things, right? Terry Crews, for example, got paid $0 and no lines for being in Training Day. That was his first credited acting role in Training Day. He was one of the big buff dudes in the background, and that led to Terry Crews having a very great, great career. Right? I thought to myself, wow, that's amazing, because Terry Crews is this awesome worker, but in reality, he got his start by being a background actor. And I'm almost 110% sure what they want to do with this is eliminate having background actors or smaller roles in movies or B footage being handled strictly by generative AI. I don't even think this is going to equate to like the amount of money they could save on this. Will that actually equate to them ruining the production line of their ability to get new talent? Everyone in Hollywood can't be a nepo baby. So we have to have ways for writers, actors, background actors, singers, artists. There's a new horror movie out, or some dystopian A24 movie out with, I think, was it Miley Cyrus? I don't know who it is. I really don't know who it is. But basically, they have AI artwork in the picture, in the movie, and in the background. And a lot of people are saying, like, you couldn't find someone to do this. It's a skeleton. It's like a horror flick movie. But let's talk a little bit about what's going on, and then let's talk about how we are already seeing consequences of this. OpenAI is gearing up for a series of meetings next week with Hollywood studio, talent agencies, and media executives to pitch filmmakers on the integration of AI video generation tool Sora. The Wrap learned OpenAI had meetings with the talent agencies earlier this month. According to Bloomberg Report, OpenAI scheduled introductory conversations in Hollywood led by Chief Operating Officer Brad Lightcap. CEO Sam Altman made the rounds and attended parties during the Oscar week to start making inroads. According to OpenAI, Sora is an artificial intelligence model that can create realistic and imaginative scenes that text instructions and that scenes from text instructions. Currently, the technology produces realistic computer animations lasting about a minute in length. OpenAI has deliberate strategy of working in collaborations with the industry through a process of in iterative deployment, rolling out AI advances in phases in order to ensure safe implementation. To give people an idea of what on the horizon, spokesperson of OpenAI said in a statement to Bloomberg, "We look forward to an ongoing dialogue with artists and creatives." There should be nobody like, and this is how they're gonna get people, because yeah, Tom Cruise has the leverage and the cojones to be like, go fuck yourself. I don't need this. But you want to know who doesn't have the leverage? The kid that's sitting in a Los Angeles apartment with six of his roommates or six of her roommates, struggling to make it to 17 call outs and finally land a role. And in order for them to get the role, they got to sign away their likeness for in perpetuity to Coca-Cola to be a background actor. And this is like, it's predatory behavior that's going to be garnered from this, because if you don't fall in line, you'll fall out of place. And we know that desperate people do things kind of recklessly and give away their likeness recklessly, and it's going to become a bully type situation. I'm so against AI from the perspective of creation, that it's not hard pressed for anyone to be able to tell the difference for me. But as a creator, right, as a person who has his likeness all around the internet, to know that some dipshit or some dog water ass person could go out there and take my likeness and make dog water shit is apprehensible at the grand scheme of things, right? And the fact that they're already rubbing elbows with people in Hollywood to try and get this, which makes me wonder, do they plan on going against what was written in the strike? Furthermore, I think that contract between the writers and the actors is probably, I think it's probably 3 years, and that is probably the length of time Sora will need to truly be on the level of Hollywood thing. But we have to vote with our wallets here. We have to be aggressively against AI created artworks, from music to art, to video, in all walks of it. We have to be aggressively against it, right? Because if we don't do it, we run into these situations. Here we have Tyler Perry puts $800 million studio expansion on hold after seeing OpenAI and Sora jobs are going to be lost. So this was out February 22nd, 2024. So the break, when Sora broke, they already put in $800 million. They putting that shit on hold. That's jobs for construction. That's jobs for craft services. That's jobs for a bunch of things being put on hold because of, and the smugness of Tyler Perry, because he's a small studio. So do we lash out at him because, he should be against this wave, or because he's a small studio and he needs to save as much money to make as many videos as he can? Are we having like this? The actor, filmmaker, and studio owner is raising the alarm about the impact of tech, saying, "I feel like everybody in the industry is running 100 miles an hour to try and catch up, to try and put in guardrails. And it might be too late." Over the past 4 years, Tyler Perry has been planning an $800 million expansion of his studio in Atlanta, which would add 12 sound stages to the 330-acre property. Now, however, those ambitions are on hold, thanks to the rapid developments he's seeing in the realm of artificial intelligence, including OpenAI's text-to-video model, Sora, which debuted February 15 and stunned observers with a cinematic video output. And I don't know if this is something that I should be like. We can all agree that like OpenAI's imaging and OpenAI's Sora as its current state is dog water. And I'll say this again, I think the benchmark for if OpenAI photos or Sora is good or not is strictly dependent on if you can produce a picture of Will Smith specifically eating spaghetti in either video or picture format. That's how I'll judge. That's the benchmark moving forward. But it's dog water, and I'm there's no part of me that wants to support this from any angle. I just it causes a visceral reaction. But the question is the to a keen eye. I edit videos. I make content. I design. I understand resolutions. I edit photos. I know what good editing looks like. I'm a keen eye viewer. To a non keen eye viewer, is this going to be something they even understand that they're seeing? And those are the people they're hoping to fool or keep on the short end of this leash so that they can push this product. Because objectively, they're not trying to trick people like me. They're trying to trick people who don't have a keen eye as me. And unfortunately for us, internet literacy is on the decline in America. Being told that it can do all things in one thing, but actually seeing the capabilities is mind-blowing. He said in an interview with the Hollywood Reporter on Thursday, nothing that his production might not have to travel to a location to build a set with assistance of technology. And you know, as bad as Tyler Perry's wigs be in his movie, he got some nerve talking about he don't got to travel and budget for these things. You shouldn't be traveling and budgeting for nothing, my brother. Have you seen some of the wigs that Tyler Perry had the audacity to put on people's heads in these movies? You know, maybe he does need OpenAI, because he definitely needs to work on his costume and makeup section. Like, oh man, I ain't never seen so many bad wigs in my life. Good, you know what? He might have an argument. As a business owner, Perry sees opportunity in these developments, but as an employer, fellow actor and filmmaker, he has also wants to raise the alarm. In an interview between Thursday, Perry explained his concern about technology's impact on labor and why he wants the industry to come together to tackle AI. There's got to be some sort of regulation in order to protect us. If not, I just don't see how we survive. There's a part of me that understands like innovation and not wanting to stun it, but I honestly feel we have to have a visceral negative reaction to all things AI in the creative space. And it just has to be. We had the chief quality control officer, that lady who did the interview, and when asked where does OpenAI get its information to learn, oh, from all public sources in open source. So it gets it from Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, because those are public. No, they come from public sources. Bitch, you didn't hear us the first time? She made one of the weirdest faces. It's just, we're in a situation right now where a bunch of people are toying with a bunch of things that we don't quite understand, and the ramifications of it aren't well known to us. Let's think about the last time like automation really changed up the game, and that was probably the biggest shakeup in that we probably saw was in the automotive, when machines started building cars and the standard of quality as far as safety increased. There was a legitimate reason to have a vehicle be reproduced almost perfectly every time to make sure the standard of safety of all vehicles were on equal playing field. So there's a part of me that wants to very much so say there's no danger in, like, if there's some dangerous stunts that we want to stop doing, we have things for that. We have muzzle flashes at the end post. We have the ability to put in flat muzzle flashes at the end of post sound design. I just don't see the rush to remove people, because I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I am willing to bet that the money you'll save trying to create AI work for B footage, because cinematography is in trouble. Because if you've seen the Batman Dune, the cinematographer for that movie got his start working on a soundstage in a backlot. And if AI was around back then, we don't get we don't get the Fury Road from Mad Max. We don't get those legendary scenes in them. And just to give a little bit more context to this, Avatar, which is almost all CGI, lacks a certain flair. For as great as a technical achievement that is with what they did with the Way of Water, it doesn't add up to what we've seen in many years. Godzilla Zero One had a very realistic model, but it came down to sound design and stage effect that really sold it. That really made me believe Godzilla was in the same picture as these people. In Avatar, there was no point that I felt that anything in there was real. There nothing in there could trick my mind. And when I start seeing OpenAI Sora on stage or on screens, I'm going to have a visceral reaction, and you got to vote with your wallet. So that's pretty much my take on this. I'd love to hear your ideas, thoughts on it. Clap it. Let me know what you think. Comment below. Like, share, and subscribe. My name is Harold. This is Coding with Strangers.